you're sitting in front of your computer, don't just watch with a smartphone and not having a computer to practice what I am doing. This is a practical lesson. You learn well when you practice. Okay? So let's go on with this. Now, in this Scratch window, what you're actually seeing here, always and again, always follow my cursor. Where my cursor is where I am. Okay? Good. So this is the sprite. Every character on the stage is called a sprite. Now, this is your stage. Okay? So this character here, which is the cat, is called a sprite. Is cat the only sprite? The answer is no. We have other sprites we can actually get in Scratch. How do I get another sprite to this? If you follow my cursor down, you look at this place, it says choose a sprite. Just click on it and you have lots of sprites here depending on what you want to do. Okay, now I just want to choose the ball sprite. I want to make use of it. Okay, so I just click on the ball sprite and I have the cat sprite here and I have the ball sprite here. Okay, but for this explanation I don't just need the cat sprite, so I'll say goodbye to the cat. Look at where my cursor is down here. So I've clicked, if you look at down here, there's cat and there is ball. So I have clicked on the cat and I'm going to click the delete button, which is just right here on top, to say goodbye to the cat. Boom, the cat is gone and I am left with only the ball sprite. Now on the left hand side you have the code. The first code here is motion. Now if you look at the first code block here, it says move 10 steps. That is, if I click on it, the sprite is going to move to the right 10 steps. Now this one says turn right 15 degrees, so you turn it left and right. Okay, now you have go to X, glide, and the rest. So this particular one has to do with the movement of the sprite. Anything that has to make the sprite to move, you must come to motion. Then we look at the looks block. Now looks, if you want the sprite to say something, say hello, I click on this, the sprite is going to say hello. Okay, so that is what it means. If you want your sprite to say something, you come to looks. Now you want your sprite to play a sound, you come to sound. You can also record a sound for yourself. Okay, then we also have the event blocks, where you have when the green flag is clicked. Now this particular green flag, when it's clicked, it helps us to trigger our program, our codes to start running. Okay, so you can also trigger your codes to start running with other things, like when you press the space bar, or when you press the up arrow key, or down arrow key, or right arrow, or left, or any of the letters. Okay, so you can also trigger the code to start running when you click on the sprite. Like when I click on this, it runs. Okay, so this is where you come to get a trigger for your code. Then I have control. Now at this control, if I want my sprite to, or my code to wait for a particular time before the next one will start running, oh, I have it here, wait 1 second. Now I have the repeat block here. If I have my codes and I want this to repeat for a number of times, oh, this is where I come. Then I have the forever. Now this one, if then else. So this particular two, this one and this one, you make use of them anytime you want to create some, if statements, some logic statements. This is where you come. Okay, then I have sensing. Okay, now this makes the sprite to do something when it is touching a particular color. That's this one, touching color. It makes it to do something when it's also touching maybe the edge or touching another sprite. Okay, Then we have operators. So we have the mathematical operators here, like the plus, the minus. Here we have the multiplication, which is represented with asterisks, and this is division sign. Then you have the equals, less than, and greater than. So you can actually make use of these mathematical operators, to create some complex kind of program in Scratch. Okay, complex and also simple ones in Scratch. Now, some of you, when you watching some events or some programs running in Scratch, you could see some sprites going like up and down, left and right. Okay, then down, I will be explaining that to actually make you understand what it means. Now, but before I go into that, then you have your costumes. Now, this ball sprite has costume 1, costume 2, costume 3, costume 4, and costume 5. Now, there are other sprites without costume or lesser costume. All the sprites must not have like 5 costumes, like the ball. Some can have 3, some can have just 1. Now, let's go back again to where we changed the sprite and click on it. Now, if I go down and pick the cat again, for instance, the cat, if we go to costume, this is the cat. This is the cat that is selected down here. Then we'll move to costumes. The cat has just 2 costumes. This is the costume 1, and this one, the cat B. It changes this and this. So depending on what you want to do, you can actually make use of different costumes to create what you want to create. Okay. Now remember, like I said, from the codes you have from your looks here, for instance, again, you want your sprite to say something, you click on it, or it's going to say hello for just 2 seconds. Okay, I click on this, it's just going to say hello. Okay, I click on this, it says the hello for just 2 seconds, and it stops. Okay, now remember I said that this particular one is the motion. You make it move, and this one makes it turn to the right, and this one makes it turn to the left. So depending on what you want to do, you can actually use this to do them. Now, I'm going to be explaining something in my next video where I'll be explaining to you using coordinates how you can make your sprite to go up, down, left, right. You need to understand those basics and how it works, because if you don't understand the concept, you may not be able to create your programs or your games in Scratch. Okay, thank you for watching my video today, and make sure you don't stop this video, you don't leave until you subscribe, and also click on the notification icon so that each time I give a new video, you'll be the first to get a notification.